Look, y'all, we got strawberries to plant. They've already got blossoms on them, so we're gonna have strawberries sooner rather than later. These are good looking plants. Take a look inside of our greenhouse. We have dill and our basil, which is not looking too promising. I think I planted it a little too early. And then we have a ton of tomatoes trying to pop up on us. And her peppers are starting to come up. We've got some Jimmy Nordello sweet peppers here. And then we have all of our eggplant that is coming up. They are doing just wonderful. And the rest of it, not so much. But at least we'll have tomatoes, right? We have, most of our tomatoes this year came from M.I. Gardener. So we have our sweetie tomatoes in these two cells. And then we have our, I believe these are, yes, these are Crimson Sprinters. They're doing okay. They're just, you know, they're struggling. We've had a lot of cold and then hot and then cold and hot this year. And then our Florida tomatoes are beginning to come up. And of course our trusty Cherokee purples that never fail us. I don't know what that is. It's just, it's there. But our Cherokee purples usually do very, very well every year. We have our I'm not sure if this is, yes, this is Dr. Wychee's yellow. We have a couple seedlings trying to come up here, but you know, so far I'm really not impressed. I don't know if it's our Alabama weather that's just, you know, preventing our seeds sprouting as they normally would. But then again, our Tabascos usually do pretty well, and they are like, they're not showing anything. So far, they're just, you know, they're not sprouting. So I'm not giving up hope yet. It's only been about 13 days since I planted. Sometimes it can take up to 20 days for us, depending on the weather. And we'll just see how everything does within the next couple of weeks. Up here we have our trusty garden space. Last year it was about a 30 by 30, which is this corner that you see that the chickens have already went over. All the way to there. And then this year we're expanding a little bit more. Although we got a lot of food that we were able to eat, both fresh and preserved some, we're wanting to do a little bit more this year. And hopefully on our little half acre here, as you can see, we don't have a lot of space, but it works for us. Our chickens are mostly in the backyard. We have a few things growing in the back, but not too much because there's a lot of shade. So this spot here gets the most sun out of everything that we have. So this is where we have our big garden. But the chickens are doing their jobs. And we have a lavender rooster here with 2 Wyandotte hens and a Wyandotte rooster that we thought when we got, she was sold to us at Tractor Supply as a hen. We named her Bonny after our homestead, and she turned out to be a Bernie. Say hey, Bernie. Hey, Bernie. Yeah, it's warming up out here, huh? Hey, mister. Hey, mister. They're good chickens, especially this one. He keeps everything away, including me. If I stick my hand in this tractor, he's going to tear me up. So he does his job. He's good to his ladies, and he's not too bad to Bernie. But we'll have to move Bernie out soon because Bernie's coming into manhood, and Bernie is going to start acting like a rooster. And we don't want any fighting because they're so pretty. We don't want any harm come to the chickens. But this is our tractor set up in the front yard. Salatin or Justin Road style, as most people might say, but we do not have wheels. on our tractor because we made it pretty much so lightweight enough to where we can just drag it along, and it's, you know, it's held up for the last 4 months just as well as if it had wheels. It hasn't come apart. It's not showing any signs of weakness or anything like that. So my husband did a really good job on building this, and I've just been very, very happy with the progress that we've made on being able to fertilize our garden with just chicken manure. And within the next week, we're going to start pulling this silage chart back, and we're going to start seeing what needs to be done under there. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of grass that's already grown back, because that's just how it is down here. Even though you put stuff down, it's going to grow back pretty quickly. Like this up here has grown, even though we just had the chickens on it 2 days ago. This has grown back significantly. This grass is just coming right back up, so we'll have to be diligent on how we're moving our chickens and what all we're doing to prevent the grass and weeds from growing back so quickly. And hopefully after this next cold front comes through, we won't have to worry about any more cold snaps, and we can go ahead and get things in the ground. But here in Alabama, we have to be careful because our last frost day is usually around Easter, although last year we had a frost after that. So if you have things in the ground, you had to come out here and put a milk jug or plastic bag or sheet or whatever over your little plant growth that you've got to keep it from dying. So that's what we have going on right now. It's kind of slow coming into the spring season. We've been pretty diligent on getting things planted and being able to get ahead of the real spring. We're in what they call a fall spring right now, so it's not spring yet, not until the 20th. When the equinox hits, that's when you know it's on, and that's when our tornado season is very active, from now until about mid-April, or end of April rather. And then after that we have another one that's basically October through December or January. We're very active with our tornado seasons around here. But as you can see, we are doing a lot as far as produce, herbs, as far as, you know, trying to plant a few flowers. Here we have a little bit of ball shamrock. They're very pretty. We love this in the spring. We have tons of clover. As you may see here, we have a lot of clover, a lot of henbit, which we absolutely love. It's awesome. And our kids actually tried their first bit of dandelion flower earlier. They ate it raw and they loved it. These are all daylilies that are coming up. I've got a few of my gladiolas that are coming up. So we have a lot of flowers here to help our bees, to attract them and feed them and help out with the garden. My husband's rosemary, I'm not allowed to touch this because I always kill rosemary. Every time I try to grow it or plant it, it just dies. So this is my husband's. He's doing a really good job with it. It's grown probably 6 to 7 inches since he's bought it. So, you know, proud of this. And it smells wonderful. And then we have our lemon balm. This is starting to come back. Very pretty. We love using this in teas or just certain foods that we eat, you know, just throughout the week. It's delicious. We love it.